All right, we're live with Kenny Beecham, the House of Highlights Showdown, Friday, March 5th at 8 p.m. on House of Highlights YouTube Live. They are competing in Knockout, believe it or not, for $100,000. Kenny, how ridiculous is that?
It's not ridiculous because I got an invite. You know what I'm saying? So anything can happen, but I'm the one taking that money home.
So we're going to start by, pointing out the obvious. You're an expert in rebuilding teams in 2K, right? We all know this, but have you had a chance to rebuild that jump shot in preparation for the showdown?
No, but you know what? I've been watching a lot of knockout film. It's not all about the jump shot. See, any film tape will let you know the jump shot is kind of suspect, but what's not suspect is that hustle. So it's about the miss and get in that board and it's a layup at the end of the day. Nobody's gonna out hustle me in this competition.
I'm very curious where you were watching knockout game film, but that's okay. We're gonna move on.
It's an Olympic sport. You didn't know.
Now, you say your jump shot is potentially broken. I don't know if you know this, but Dwyane Wade watched footage of all the competitors, and he thought your jump shot was the smoothest, and he actually predicted that you're gonna win this competition.
Right.
Does that give you any added pressure?
Yeah, but let's be honest. He didn't pick me because of the jump shot. It's because I was wearing his sneakers in the video. And it's like they're like 1 of 5 because nobody cares about leading like that. But I do want to say it is added pressure. NBA legend, Chicagoan, picking me. I can't let him down. I can't let the family down.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to figure it was a Chicago thing. That's why you guys are riding together. But let me ask you a question. Now, you touched on this a little bit, Kenny. Knockout isn't a typical game of basketball, right? We know this. So what's the key strategy to your game? It
is just a hustle. It is just a hustle. Obviously, I'm going to attempt to try to make every jump shot, but I think there's part of me wants to try to do the calculated miss. Because I think the calculated miss can go a long way. I may have to pull it out of the bag when we're in the final 2 or something, but it's just out hustling everybody. That's the main game plan.
In regards to the rules of knockout, where do you stand on the controversial policy of ball bumping? Fair or foul?
I'm anti, man. It's not part of the game. It's Bush League, if you ask me. But if that's what they want to put in the rules, then I will abide. And if it's me and one other person, I may have to incorporate that into my game.
All right, so it's Bush League, but you're very willing to implement it into your
for
game.
$100,000?
For $100K, you got to make it happen no matter what.
You already know.
Now, look, Kenny, I'm not sure if you know who is in the competition. You can tell me you don't, and I'll let you know. But if you do, who's the biggest threat to you in this competition?
It's got to be Mark from RDC. He's very similar to me, where the jump shot might be a little suspect, but when we play against him every time, he is everywhere on the glass. So I know he's going to be hustling. I think he is my main competition.
Now, is there anyone else out of the competitors that stands out whatsoever? I played with Mark before, and his second jump is very lethal, which should translate well to the actual game of knockout. I don't think he's good at all at basketball, but I do think he could be very good at knockout.
I think a lot of the people are kind of like question marks. I haven't really watched film on everybody else. I've seen like Duke Dennis. He's super athletic, so I'm sure he'll bring it. He might even try to dunk a couple times on a putback. But other than that, it's like it is kind of a toss-up. So I'm just going into it thinking about my game plan. Not really worried about the other contestants.
Even though you don't worry about them, this ties into that. Is there any contestant you look at, just scoff as if there's zero competition whatsoever to you?
Not in the game of knockout, because there's like not a lot of skill involved in it. You know, if we're doing one-on-ones, it's a little bit different. But in the game of knockout, anybody could win. You could get lucky bounce. It's all luck.
If you were to win this 100K, right? Because that's a nice chunk of money right there. What's your plan with that money? What are you planning on doing with that money if you win?
Well, I'm a sneakerhead, and there's a pair of sneakers that has been on my radar for a few years now. I've been trying to wait for the price to drop, but it's only skyrocketing. I want a pair of Tom Sachs Mars Yards 2.0. That's about 6,000 out of 100,000 gone. I might get 2 pair, just to stock one, and then the rest is probably going to get my Tesla matted, honestly.
Okay, are you willing to make any bold predictions or claims for this upcoming tournament?
Boldest predictions that I'm winning it. Because I don't think anybody else knows about what I can do out there. Everybody's put out IRL content, and I'm probably the question mark for a lot of the other people there. So my bold prediction is that I'm $100,000 richer when it's all said and done.
A competitor like MMG, given his demographics, he was 75% likely to grow up with a hoop in his backyard. Does that scare you whatsoever?
Just a little bit, because even when that hoop in the backyard, I think that the games that they play is a lot of knockout. You know what I'm saying? We were doing a lot of ones back when I was growing up. They were probably doing a lot of knockouts. So he probably got way more experience in this game mode than me.
Well, one last thing I want to just say, if you were to win this $100,000, me and Lucas are both size 14. If you want to throw a couple of Air Jordan 1s our way, that's not something we would turn.
I respect that. Size 14, I'm gonna keep that in the mind.
Look, Kenny, it's been a pleasure as always. We look forward to seeing you at the showdown. To be honest, my money's on you. But to be fair, I'm saying that to everyone, all right? So take care, my boy. It's been fun.
Appreciate y'all.